Previously, on Cradle to the Grave. Bed walked us through how amazing diluted fuel is. Then he designed a blueprint to form the basis of the 60 modules to be used to generate 60 gigawatts. Then Bed, doing what Bed does, made a whoopsie. He needs aluminum casings to actually build the blenders, so the Neptune Power Facility construction is on hold for a pivot to aluminum. Such a handsome moron. I think that brings you up to speed. Let's jump over to the Titan Forest and catch up with Bed.
Hello Pioneers, I hope you're well. My name is Bed and this is Satisfactory in my YouTube Let's Play series, Cradle to the Grave. We need to automate bauxite because I need to have aluminum casings to build the blenders, because I need to build a ton of blenders. Well, like 60 of them, right? But still more than I want to do by hand or, you know, hand feeding a machine. So here we are over here in the Titan Forest. And we're finding some bauxite, and the great part about this bauxite is that our train line to go to the Dune Desert is right over there. So we're actually going to be able to tap right into our existing train line and use that to move bauxite over to an aluminum factory. However, first things first, we need to actually add some more lines, because if you remember when we were doing our initial train track, that's bi-directional. It goes from the Dune Desert back down south and back. It's just on one line. And that's what we're gonna do first, right after we cheese this giant hatcher. Not so tough now, are you? Let me just go show you where the train track is. It's just right around this ridge. Yeah. So I think this time we should run it from north to south instead of south to north. We're gonna try to kind of follow like a different route, but I still want it to kind of feel like it's going back and forth. Like, I don't think we have enough room right here to do this, the second line, but we might have to go right around all of this anyway. Community memberships are now available if you want to more directly support me monetarily, and I can use that money to buy better equipment and make more videos. If you do it at the Bed's Bestie level or higher, you get videos that I post early, most of the time. Can't believe I missed a Mercer Sphere this close and wide open. Oh, here goes our train. Yeah, it's so cool. Trains are so cool. I love it so much. Another sphere, holy cow. I love it. I love the Mercer spheres. You know what, actually, I've just been flying to the Dune Desert, but I could actually start doing this right now. Like, I could just, let's just do it. Let's start laying down track as we go. And again, I'm probably not going to show a ton of this. It's not going to be thrilling entertainment, but have you get a feel for what we're doing. I suspect I'm gonna have to rerun some of the lines some places, like right up there it gets a little too close to the rocks, so I'll probably have to move the existing line. As I go, I'm gonna kind of see if this stuff's gonna clip into the rocks. I don't think that does. I think it's close. I think it's a hair away, but I think it's good, and that's so cool. It's actually going pretty well. I don't think we're quite to the Dune Desert yet. No, we're not. That must be either nothing or up into the northern coastal area. I was following along the wrong path there. At some point we're gonna have to break away. Yeah, right here. This will get us... Oh, that's working pretty well. We might have to stop using the hover pack though, because we're kind of far away from the other line. Alright, so now that we're up here in the desert, I think we can take this all the way north. And we can move it, obviously. That's kind of the best part about this, is it's going to be so easy to add flexibility later or whenever we need it. I love it so much. But for the moment, what we really need is to add the train line here, have this come out this. And then meet up with that line. Let's delete this one now and go a little bit sharper this way. There, like that. I love it. It's so cool. It does a pretty good job of getting near the ground. And anywhere it doesn't, I still think it looks supported by the way that it hits the ground in other places. And I even love this little clipping right here because it looks like the dunes have just blown, you know, and settled on the train track, which is just really cool. I did get some comments that this isn't everybody's cup of tea, that they couldn't stand themselves running train lines on the ground, and I totally get that. I think it looks really slick if you can build like a really cool support for it. You could have some really slick and some really cool designs. I've just really never done this a ton, and I've always kind of liked it, and so for me, I'm pretty pleased. And you know, I hope to have just so many trains going back and forth that it's just a constant stream. I think that'll be so neat. Alright, this part's kind of cool, I think. I need to see if I can get a train through these rocky outcroppings and go under this train track, and then try to find a way to maybe get on the other side of it later. Is this coal right here? It is. We're gonna need some coal for our aluminum. Which means I'm gonna want to put a miner on that. Well, the train station doesn't have to be on the miner. I was gonna say we're cutting it kind of close right there. Oh, nice. I got here pretty easily. Always wanted to build a train track across this little land bridge here, and now I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this line over through there into this area over there, and then we'll build something here to maybe go over and connect there, and then it all works out. I think. I don't know. I'm confusing myself, so. Oh dear. Boy, you know, I'll tell you what, I'm excited to automate power slugs eventually. I kind of forgot. I got so excited when 1.0 came out, and I didn't look at anything, and I still haven't looked at anything. And then the holidays came, and I got busy, and I didn't play a lot, and I haven't been thinking about it. But now that I'm sitting here thinking, really excited for what the future brings. Awesome. So there we have it. I flip-flopped a lot, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to cut or how much I'm going to show. Probably not a ton. But this is, and now remains, the north to south line as we did run it. And then it connects to this station by a train line there that loops around over towards right there. You can see at the crosshair. And this now goes north to south as it did before. The cool part is that I was able to link them so the line comes this way, and then right up there it peels off to go to this train station. Now, why that's important to me is because if you don't know that trains take the shortest distance always. You can't set their route, so if the distance going this way is shorter than the distance going this way to get back to the north-south main line, every single train that comes through here will go and stop at that station, which isn't what I want. I want them, if they're not stopping there, I don't want them to go that way. I want them to take the open track. Whoop, 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 just like that. And I did a test by putting a train station down and setting a train this way and telling it to go to the Dune Desert. And I'll put the footage on the screen right now. Here you'll see it goes to the left. So everything is working as intended. That means we now have a north coast to south coast train line that we can use and access anywhere by just adding some lines. So let's do that, because that was the whole point, right? We needed to get resources like bauxite to another place. And time to build another factory, an aluminum factory. We have one small factory here in the Crater Lake. Other than that, almost all of our factories are right over here in this area, except the heavy modular frame factory, which is all the way up here. And here we are as we enter into the Titan Forest. Our destination is fast approaching. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I know as soon as I hit those radioactive rocks that were right there, I think it was back there, to be honest. Yep. Let's just head back because I know we weren't into the water. Oh, I'll take a Mercer Sphere. Probably a large spider as well. So let's find the bauxite first. Should just be right over there, I would assume. It's right through there. Yes, 200 meters that way. And we need to peel off from right here. So our train, perfect. Now, it's even better. Just gonna run it right up here, and then what, I don't know, because I think that the north-south line is over there to the east of us. So it won't be easy to do. So I think we'll probably get back on the south-north one and run somewhere. Boy, this is hard with all this foliage. Get our eyes on the prize one more time. 130 meters. Excuse me. Okay, so we're just going to scooch right over here. Our hover pack, and then let's grab a train station. And we need a freight platform. Grab a freight platform. We'll have the inputs on that side. All right. Let's come at this a little bit more shallow. There, like that. Alright, great. Now, let's grab a Mark II miner. And we can power it right from the train line. And we can run Mark IV belt. You know what we need is a storage container to act as a buffer. And now if you're not familiar how the buffer works, and if I haven't said it already, I imagine I have, but your line runs from here into the buffer. And then when the train is loading, it doesn't accept any materials, right? So if you're using every resource per minute that you have here, you need to catch up on that pause. So to do that, you just add double belts from the container to go into the train station. And it's as simple as that. All right, let's fully overclock it because why not? Now we have 300 to work with. All right, now let's connect up back to the south to north line. We'll be good. You know what, I just had an idea. I was flying by here, still in the Titan Forest, and look at all these quartz nodes. And holy moly, what if I need quartz, right? Let's just set it up while we're here. This is gonna be really cool. Let's chainsaw, because I want this mycelia for a couple of unlocks. We'll do that later. Holy crap, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've never seen anything like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or maybe that was a mushroom. Absolute insanity. Is this the part I marked earlier? Oh, there's another spot down there I saw like 6 or 8 doggos. Alright, so what I want to do is take power lines over to here. And then give ourselves a train station right up here. And transport. Train station. Okay, there. Now we want a freight platform. Or that node and that node. I think that would turn the wrong way. Yes, it did. It flipped on me. That one and then flip. Okay, and then we're gonna have the train line peel off right wherever it can. Down here. Right down along there, avoiding all the doggos, hopefully. And then just like that. Now here, let's remove this one last little bit of mycelia and wood. And we can run the same thing we did before with containers.
This is a shrine to windows and weaving.
Nice. Love getting Mercer spheres. Sweet, and we're almost to the coal. Just got that Mercer sphere. And we're almost to the coal. These are going really well. Alright, what I think I want to do here is to make sure the path is longer, we're gonna grab it right there and swing around this way. All that means is we're gonna have to move the belts to go above the train lines, which we can easily do with lifts. That's not a good angle. There we go. That's much better. And hopefully we can get a train station in right here. Alright, so we're gonna have to build a platform because it does not appear like it's even enough. That gonna be enough clearance? It is. What if we build it like this? We can build a ramp down. Something just exactly like this. Now we'll have a train station. And this is gonna be all freight platforms. I think they're all facing this way. Let's see. Wrong button. Let's search for coal one more time. One and two. And one impure there. And one impure there. I think that's all we're dealing with. Grab that to shut it up. And yes, I love it. So let's do it. Let's grab another mark. 2 minor. 2 more anyway. Rotate it back like that so we can run our container buffer right here. And then we should be able to just run it up like that. And the trains have plenty of clearance. Oh, I love it. Or do they? Forgot we're gonna want both. Let's check. Transport. Electric locomotive. Yes, plenty of clearance. Mark 4 belts. Into that. Now let's connect this up so we get full power. There we go. Now let's bring in the power line back over here for this impure node. Minor Mark 2 once again. And then let's fully overclock it. Overclock everything. I have, I think, 400 power shards in that little container that I have set up where I manually put in like summer sloop stuff, and it's just ridiculous how much you get in 1.0. It's so cool. Makes it really fun. Still only getting 150, but that's going to be plenty for the little bit that we need for aluminum. You know what? Let's just throw everything else out that I've said about this and just build the aluminum factory up here in the Dune Desert. The only thing we've built so far is the heavy modular frame factory right there. And so let's build something else. So now how would we do that? I think the answer is putting a foundation here, zooping it out, and running another line from there up over. Something a little bit like exactly this. There we go. Now we can keep running north, and you know what else we could do? Run back this way. We can run back that way, and that way if something gets on, like right there, and needs to go this way, again, you can bypass this station because it's shorter just to go right there. And then here we can add some more downward foundations to make it look supported. So thinking about this, now that I'm thinking about aluminum ingots, we know that we use that for the casings here that I need, but we're also going to want all-clad sheets, so we're going to need copper. So let's find a local copper node that we can take advantage of. See one right there. Let's go up to this. Let's go up to this one. Is this it? This looks like iron. Oh, pure iron too. So there's our beautiful copper. And here's the location of our facility. And here's where a line that runs further north can go. Awesome. Give ourselves some foundations to work with. We need bauxite, coal, containers, packaged water. And you know what? We have that pure iron node right there. So let's add that out too, and we can export out of this facility. Alright, so right here we have a train station. And then, oh, you know what? We could just do fluid freights and take the water out of there. Interesting. Interesting. That makes me think about wanting to explore water prioritization. And we could do it over at Neptune, because we're turning water into fuel over there. We're turning a lot of water into a lot of fuel. And with our train station right there, our whole train system right there, we could bring in any excess water that we have around the whole planet and turn that into fuel, saving us from backing up anywhere. I love that idea. Let's do that instead of package it. So what we need is a freight platform. So we have bauxite, coal. We're going to do a fluid platform. And then we're going to do another freight platform on that side to export iron. Okay. Now let's plug it in. And soup out some more, because we're going to need room for a storage container right here. Alright, let's clear the rock off first. Alright, now we can put our miner Mark II down. Overclock it. I'm going to try to stop saying that. I'm just going to overclock every single miner that I have. We have 600 iron ore per minute. If we want, we can make this prettier later. Alright, let's clear off our copper node as well. So we need to use it. What do we need? We're gonna need power. So let's pull it out right there. There we go. Put another miner on the copper here, and we have 300 per minute. And then that looks like a good level. So now let's zoop out some more platform. This is actually perfectly centered on that platform. I didn't even intentionally do that. But let's just go with it and frame it in. Oh, the rear of that is hanging over. So let's move this. I love this idea. Neptune is the natural place, right, to dump any excess water on the planet and just to turn it into power. We don't need to sink it, we don't need wet concrete, we're just going to have a priority switch where any water train, any fluid train that we need with excess water, it'll just get dropped off at Neptune, turned into power, it'll never back up because that's the way priority switches work. I'm loving it. Let's do that. Let's run some of our product out. I just realized on all those pop-up train stations that I had to collect resources, I didn't verify that they were correctly set to like load. I see now that it's load as default. It's perfect, so it didn't matter. But it is something to be conscious of. This needs to load. Take an industrial fluid buffer. And then grab a Mark II pipeline. Plug it in there. Now, take a storage container. Kind of line it up in the middle. There and there. And then line it up with this. And we can take all of that out. Actually, let's leave the wall. I like it. I do have water here and up there. But I don't want to pump it over. I think I... Whoop. Coal. So dumb. I'm going to switch to this to unload. And I'm going to bring water in as well. There, now that I've completed the output to go all the way back down south, let me show you exactly how easy this is going to be to call product to wherever we want it to go. Okay, so we're here at Bourlange. Bourlange? Anyway, here at Aluminum. Temporary name. Alright, all we have to do is grab a train. An electric locomotive. And then did not intend to get in. I was trying to open this. And a freight car. Okay. But once again, I wasn't trying to get in. This is annoying me. I do want to get into this one. It's going to be aluminum runner. Alright, and we're going to edit the timetable. And so what he's going to do is going to go to aluminum. And then since he's the one in front and we're calling that one the bauxite, he's going to go to bauxite shipping. Alright, and then we turn on self-driving. And we get out. But not before grabbing another locomotive. And another freight car. This is going to go 2 freight cars back. This guy is going to be a coal runner, so aluminum coal runner. I'm going to edit his timetable to go from aluminum to coal Titan Forest shipping. Save the changes. Turn on self-driving and get out. Alright, and now we're going to need to add some block signals so we don't have any crashes. So now these ones can crash into each other. So we'll just add some block signals all around. We're going to go and get our product and come back. I know up in the Dune Desert right up there, when I was building these lines, I put a little switch back in for this one, the south-north line. So if a train's going this way, but it really needs to be going this way, you can get up there into the desert and then turn around. And I just realized that I have not added one to the south side yet, to the southbound train yet. I think what I want to do is sort of cut this out right here a little bit more. We actually have a train going to be coming before too long, I fear. But we're going to have it come, just kind of go like, well, actually that was pretty good, I think. Something like that. And then if we could have it something like that, and then that, and then have this one go all the way there. That. Oh, I think that'll work. It's ugly. I'm going to want to redo those later, but the concept is there and will work. The reason I was looking at that is I think I want to make... I've changed my mind. At first, I was just going to go and find some water somewhere and train it in. And I thought, oh, I should now take the time to do a canyon-wide train line, and we can go and fetch all the water out of here, or over here. But that seems like a lot of work. I've done a lot of train run for this episode. And so to just keep things fresh, I think I'm just going to go over here and steal this pond. And just send it up to this station here and then back. I'll have to see if I can get eyes on that water. I'm not even sure how many water extractors would even be possible to fit on it. Probably quite a bit, right? Or is there other water I should use? Maybe that over there. You know what else? I'm not that far away from unlocking pressurized, like fracking. Could maybe go and unlock that. And I think there's water up here in the northern desert. Pretty sure right, yeah, in that area where my cursor is. Nope, there it is. I see it. Pretty sure there's pressurized wells right there. Would be pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. Let's blow it up. Yeah, something like that. Not everything, but pretty good start. I love it. Okay, let's get rid of that I was using for my hover pack and get building some foundations. And we'll need a fifth one to make it nice and good. And then here, let's do another train station. Alright, that's right in the center. Perfect. And then here we can get the limestone later if we need it. Until then, I'm just going to do fluid freight platforms. And we'll just do as many as we can fit. Looks probably like 4 or so. Little something like that. There we go. Build it out to support that later if we want to. Let's see. Thinking about the water that we need over there. There is the bauxite, the coal, and then water. So we're going to want one on the third line here. So let's add an electric locomotive. And then two empty freight cars, and then a freight car that we'll use for fluid. And let's add a little area for that fluid buffer that we like. Alright, make sure this is set to load. We'll call this one Desert Rose. Alright, and now we need to add some water extractors. Let's take a Mark II pipeline. Just kind of run it out here. And let's get rid of this foliage right here. See if we can't gather the water from, like, right there. Not sure, I've never done this before, so we're just flying by the seat of our pants. Oh, that's just about perfect. There, now let's grab a water extractor. See if we can put some in here. We can, which is wonderful news. I guess that we needed 200. So, what if we do... Hey, I didn't think you could hit me there. So another water extractor. And then one right there, and one right there. And then we can take our pipes. We can just connect these two to each other. And then make junctions. And then connect those junctions. And then connect it right up here. Something like that. Let's upgrade that power pole so we can be done with this. This is not a build I want to decorate or anything. I just need water. And that'll be 120 times 4, 480 water per minute. Should be plenty for this. It will be plenty for this. I saw it said 200 bauxite for 200 water. And that'd be what we're after right now, so... Kind of like running these in the dunes. I haven't checked to see how well I'm doing. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job at all. Look at that gap. It's huge. But it will be okay. I'm not really loving this, how it's coming out, though. I think it's because I'm not taking my time, and I didn't really make up a good way to do junctions. Because now, look, this is supposed to be a south-north line going up there. I'm going to cut right across it. I don't really have a good plan to build around it. I was thinking I had to go around it and connect back up to the southbound line, but I needed to go right there and then to be able to get back here, which is why I put that turn back around. I have made a slight mistake. Let's just remedy it. It'll only take a second. And let's get rid of these big gaps that I made. I might redo all this and put it up on up off the ground. It's a bit silly just seeing them all around. I still think it'd be cool if you had like 100 trains going at once, but we don't, so cactus runner. And then its timetable is going to be to go from the Desert Rose water facility to the aluminum. Save changes, turn on self-driving. Should bring our water right in. Well, before we call it a day and slap down a sloppy aluminum factory on top of that little pedestal right there, let me go and see what's wrong with the trains here. Try to get it fixed. Oh yes, okay, so I have this looping back into itself. I didn't go back and add any. It's fine, it just means we need to put another one right there. One right there. There we go, that gets them running. Look at this, they're already queuing up. Here comes the water runner. It's gonna shoot out to that factory there. No, I take it back. I don't dislike this, I love it. Look at it going up and down the berms. Look at it swooping over the ridges. Look at it going. Au naturel, baby. Alright, let's just slap down a refinery and select alternate sloppy alumina. Conveyor lift right there. We can do conveyor belts right there. There, that gives us our bauxite. Let's grab power. We've moved it over to this side. Alright, grab a power line. Now we're making alumina solution. With that alumina solution, we're gonna make scrap. And what is this making? It is making 240. Now with this, we need to take the alumina solution out, and we need to fill it with delicious coal. Now we can drop it down with another cliff. we go. Now it's this one, 240 and 120 coal per minute, making 360 aluminum scrap per minute. Now using that aluminum scrap per minute, yeah, this one right here. 360 divided by 6 is, well, excuse me, 360 divided by 60 is 6, giving us 180 aluminum ingots per minute. All right, so now we need smelters. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then we'll have one line come out right into a splitter. Oh, I don't know, right there. And go to a splitter. There, right there, and then we'll just plug everything in. Perfect. All right, so let's add some more space. And then we can merge these up, working 30, 60, 90 per minute. If we add a merger and then a constructor, should be able to make aluminum casings, 60 per minute. Now all we have to do is put a container down, have a dimensional depot, and we're all set. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Oh, it's good to be back. So good to be back. Starting next time, or even between episodes, we're going to work on Neptune and get that up and running, and then we're going to troubleshoot this as soon as this inevitably backs up. We'll figure out what to do. We'll use these to make all-clad sheets, and then we'll start doing some milestone unlocks and see what we can get into next time. So thanks for watching. Bye now.
Bad plays games.
Bad plays games.
Bad plays games.
Bad plays games.
Bad plays